See, that's 6 inches right there, and I added that part to it right there, which it would be the 6 inches. I added 1 inch to it. So at some point I'll have to have a board that is 7 inches wide to cut that out of. Or just add on a section and, glue and nail. I think that's quite permissible in this instant. But we need an oval right here. Of course we need. That's that Harley Davidson hat right there. That's good. That's good. That's a good hat right there. I like that hat. Thank you, David. Okay, we'll need 2 of these. As well we will need one here. Oh yes, that's going to work out perfectly. Proportion wise, and that was what I set out to do, was to cut an oval to go right here, and it actually needs to be. Oh, it could hang down. So, and I think that 6 inches would be oh, that'd be a little big, but I'm going to try that for size-wise right there on that. See, that would be too small. See, I think it needs to be. I think if I cut this in half, I'll show you something. Well, let's see if this will work. I'm going to cut this in half, and well, yeah, oh yeah, that'll work. Let's tape that together, and then we'll make it into an oval. Free form, but I also keeping in mind that in a artistic type world, see, I'm even going to offset that much for a reason, and then lay it out more oval than round. I mean, it's elementary, but I'm sure if you are considered undertaking such a project as this is, you will encounter the same thought pattern. Okay, right there is what it's going to be. So I'll show you and I think I need 2 of them, possibly 3. But let's work with 2 and see what the outcome will be. To be modified to be cut oversized, I hope, intentionally. Okay, let's consider this the center line and work from there. So I think I want that to be crisp. You know what I mean? I'm not following no guideline here. You know, if you're gonna quote me on something, you know, I don't have no guideline. You know, there's no blueprint on this. That's what I ended up with, though. You'll have that if you're working on one of them. Pardon me. So we got this thing. It's going to be the center line. So I'll show you what the intention of this is. Is oval. So we want it in proportion of the length and how big it is, or if it's a skinny oval or a plump oval. You know what I mean? So I think we want it more than 2 times as long as it is wide. So consider that. If you divide this off, just let me do it here. Imagine 1, 2, 3 portions. And so I want it to be about this tall, which is 1.5. From this radius out to here, if you come up to the top here, let's see if that works out. I don't think it will, but see, I'm gonna put it right here. Now I've got enough paper to put it up here and make a, you know, big oval like that. But see, if you imagine, okay, let's put it up here and see. See, that's too much. I'm glad I did that. So I'm gonna come right down here, and then I'll look at it. But I'm gonna go ahead and draw it in here. And all it is arc. That's the same way. And you can divide this again. We might do that. Let's see if we could with a square. Okay, I'm gonna hang it over the edge right there a little bit. Put the square up in it where I think's about the center line, and I'm gonna draw a line up and down. Like that. Okay, I'm going to fold that again, right on that line. This is origami at its basics, I'd say. You know, and line up your 2 bottom pieces down there, and that's important. Hold them straight and burnish in that edge down there to make it crisp. I used the big word. Look it up. If you don't know what it is, burnish. I got it in my schooling somewhere. Oh, okay. Now we have that. That made it easier if you got a pair of scissors that'll cut that. So, and we want that oval to be on this second line down. So now at this point, you know, I think there's enough stuff on, the way the paper is crooked, that it'll work out okay. But and at this point, now's when you figure. See, this is part of a circle, I think. Let's see if it works out like it. Okay, that's what I did. So I'm going to cut it out, and if it's not right, then, you know, I'll just start over again. For real. Okay. This is what we got. Oh, yeah. that's what I was, and now I could round off these ends right here, which, well, I'm going to hold off on doing that because I kind of like that now that I got them. Even to the point here on the top and the bottom. See, I let that go a little bit big and not knowing. And the way it worked out is more like a football almost. It with a little sharper ends, a submarine, so to speak. But